This is season 2, episode 23 of my podcast. I've been doing a podcast, audio podcast, since the beginning of 2025, and I I I wasn't always consistent. Sometimes I slacked off on and didn't put one out on the weekends, but at least every week this year, I've done an audio podcast every Friday. Usually, it's with a guest. I I do interviews with the guests, like, every week, and I usually upload the audio from that as an audio podcast. I didn't have one this week, so I decided to go it alone and just do I don't know, just talk about a few little things. So, this week, I gained my first founding member of Brandon Elrich Is So Gay, so that was really exciting. It was awesome that somebody believed in me and enjoy my content enough that they became a founding member. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I also, though, lost 2 monthly subscribers, paid subscribers. So that that's not so great, and maybe it was my fault because I put out an article on Wednesday that was called "Thank you for unsubscribing." It was kind of tongue in cheek. I mean, I don't want people to unsubscribe, but I saw this video from Veronica Yorka Smith, and they were talking about how to kind of use people's unsubscriptions as motivation to look at your content and to actually spur you on instead of getting down about it and thinking, well, what am I doing wrong? And that kind of thing. Use it more as a motivational tool. And so that's what the article was about. So in a way, I can thank people for unsubscribing because it kind of gives me a little jolt, and I think, okay, do I need to do something different? Do I need to offer something more or go in a different direction? So I think it kind of when that happens, it kind of makes you look at what you're putting out and your content and just giving it a second look and maybe thinking about trying something different. Maybe people get tired of the same old thing all the time. I don't know. I mean, I think I have a pretty wide variety. I do some satirical articles, um, some more serious content. I do the live podcast, do the audio podcast, the baking videos, and then I've got my other publication, which is poetry and fiction, and that's completely a separate one. So can't really I can't really lump that in with my other one because it's a separate publication. Anyway, so I think as far as I can see, as far as I look at it, I have a wide variety of content. So I'm hoping that I find the audience that likes that variety. Anyway, um, so I also, besides gaining a founding member to my Brandon Elrich's So Gay publication, I also gained a couple paid subscribers to my fiction publication, Elrich Unraveling. So that was really exciting. And I'm really glad for that because I love to write fiction and poetry. That's kind of where I started writing. That's what what I enjoyed doing. And then when I was on Medium, I kind of got more into the satirical writing, the humor writing, and people seem to enjoy that. And so I leaned into that, and that's where I went on Substack. But I want to get back to fiction and poetry because that's what I really enjoy doing. Hello, Murphy. Hello, Onyx Rose. Thanks for coming in. I decided to do this kind of last minute. I didn't plan to do a podcast, but as I said a little earlier, I want to remain consistent. I've been doing an audio podcast every Friday for during this year so far. So I didn't want to break that. So I'm going to be uploading this as an audio podcast. Anyway, oh, Onyx Rose says I have such a sexy voice. I don't think so, but I appreciate the compliment. So anyway, what was I saying? I've gotten so distracted now. Um my publications, yeah, you can check out if you like fiction, you can check out Elrich Unraveling, which is my fiction and poetry. I really love doing that and I'd like to continue doing that and build that. So that's awesome. Um yeah, anyway, what I don't normally write about is politics. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of politics in my feed. And it's partly my fault because I saw some things in the political arena that I felt like I needed to support and restack and things like that. You know, I clicked the like button on several politically geared things. But still, it's like I'm looking at my feed on my phone and it's like so much politics. I don't want that much of it. So I've been clicking the X on like a lot of things that mention Trump or when I see his wrinkled face and when I see oh what's her name? Gnome and oh Pete Hegseth. Have you ever have you ever seen someone's face that's even his face is loud, you know? Like he's got his big mouth open real wide and every time I see his picture, I'm like, "Settle down. Let's let's get rid of this." So it's nothing against the people who are putting that content out there. Nothing against anyone who posts political things, but I'm trying to tailor my feed a little more and get a little more balance because it is right now it's heavily stacked with political crap. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Political things. But I'm trying to get more humor and positive stuff in there. Hello, Arden Thomas. I saw you had come in earlier and my my stuff is all messed up. I tried to go on my phone, was not working, but I was seeing it. I could see myself on the phone and it was I went on my computer and looked. I was like, it's completely blank and there's no sound. So what the fuck is happening with Substack and my phone? I am really frustrated with Substack right now. I haven't done anything different. And for some reason, all of a sudden, I can no longer go live on my phone, which is going to be a problem later because I want to go to different places like Pride Fest and whatnot. And I want to be able I want to be able to take my phone with me and go live out in the great wide world. And I'm not going to carry my laptop around with me and, you know, an external battery charger or whatnot and try to go live. I don't know that I don't think I even think that's possible because it's yeah no it's not even possible because I don't have mobile data on my laptop, so I can't even do it that way. Anyway, I'm going off on a rant because I'm real frustrated with Substack and whatever they did. I don't know if anybody else is having this problem. Can somebody please tell me if you are in the chat and you have an Android phone, are you having issues? Oh, there we go. Bees. Thank you, bees. Oh, I think I saw you come in earlier too. I'm sorry about that. It just didn't work. Bees Freeverse says it doesn't work on my phone either. Oh, Onyx Rose said Egg's iPhone was having issues. Well, okay, so I talked to a couple of people, one or two people, that had iPhones, and theirs was working fine, as far as live videos. But, uh, yeah, bees. Yep, mine is a Samsung. Yeah, that's what mine is. I have a Samsung, and I don't know what happened. I hope it gets worked out sometime soon because, for one thing, going live on my phone, I have a better camera on my phone. It's clearer. It's also portable. I like being able to go live outside and at events and things. And I don't know, maybe there are only 2 things. Maybe just those 2. Because this camera isn't great. It's the integrated camera on my laptop. Don't really like it. But and I've got this microphone. I don't like having the microphone either because sometimes if I, like, turn to the side or whatever, it doesn't pick my voice up as well. There are just so many things, and I like wearing my earbuds with my phone and being able to walk around, especially in my baking videos, I like having I like having, doing my using my phone for my baking videos and using my earbuds with it. Last time, I had to bring my laptop and put it on my kitchen counter. Takes up too much space. Alright. Uh, Alexi says, "Android went on Substack just now." I'm not sure what you're meaning there. The mic also blocks your beautiful face. Oh, thank you, bees. I that's another thing I'm not so much in agreement with. You don't need to see all this, but I appreciate the compliment anyway. So, I'm quite frustrated, and I really hope they get things worked out. Um, what's his name? Zach at Substack. Zach at Substack, if you were watching, you're not. But you need to you need to figure out what's going on with this. I don't like what has happened. Alexi says Substack Live works on Android. Well, it used to work. It used to work on mine until just last week, and all of a sudden it didn't. And I've got to think it has to do with the updates that Substack has put forth because they started this new live recording studio, and there was I don't know there were several things that they came out with in a very short period of time, and I think they messed things up. I'm just that's my theory. So I'll get off that soapbox for now. Move on to something else. As I was, we talked a little bit about in our trauma talk earlier about Chuck Norris. I heard Chuck Norris died. I just saw that this morning, and I guess he died yesterday. I have never been a fan of Chuck Norris. Uh, Growing up, my grandma always used to watch Walker, Texas Ranger. Didn't like the show, didn't like him. I thought it was really lame. It was bad acting, bad uh bad storyline. It was just basically it was just an excuse to put Chuck Norris on there and watch him punch and kick people. and he always came out on top in the end. It was just, like, unrealistic and silly, in my opinion. If you liked it, that's fine, but it was not my kinda show. I felt like it was um, kind of showing what what I don't know, what people's vision of masculinity was. Like, this guy who's just, was big and tough and used his fists and and feet, the martial arts stuff. I don't think he ever used a gun. I mean, and if the bad guy had a gun, of course he would kick it out of his hand and use his fists and and boots to kick him in the face or whatever. Well, as tough as he supposedly was, I mean, we're all human. We're all mortal, even Chuck Norris. And so Chuck Norris, he not only kicked the bucket, he roundhouse kicked the bucket. He's he's gone. And I heard he was like 86, which I was kind of surprised. Just didn't realize he was that old. But I mean, I've had one relative who lived till he was 102, you know? And he wasn't as supposedly in peak physical fitness like Chuck Norris, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I've also heard he was very conservative and whatever. I know. We don't need to go on and talk about him as so much, but I I didn't really care for the show. Never really liked anything he was in, but whatever. Harry Hogg says, I tend to watch people's eyes in conversation. Unfortunately, the light in front of you is reflecting on your glasses. Oh, maybe if you've got nothing else to worry about, fix that lighting so you're in a conversation without the nuisance. Well, I could look. Oh, yeah. Well, see, okay. I'm in front of a window for one thing. So I could kind of lean this way. And I think that removes the reflection. But yeah, I'm in front of a window, which I like being in front of a window. Oh, there's still the computer reflecting on my glasses, isn't it? Uh, well, let's see. Hmm. I don't like my look without glasses. How about that? um, anyway, I should have put some eye makeup on. I look terrible. Well, since I'm putting this uploading this as an audio podcast, none of those people are gonna see my eyes, so that part won't matter. So anyway, what was I talking about? Chuck Norris. I wrote down a few things because I was sometimes I can't remember things. Audio podcasts, my subscribers. I was talking about that. Chuck Norris, tailoring my feed to get rid of some of the political crap. B's Preverse says, my stroke brain had to look up who that was. Oh, he lived a long life and apparently successful life looking from the outside. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess he was sort of successful as far as Hollywood and TV or whatnot, but, whatever. Anyway, um, I didn't have a whole lot to talk about today, so, um, I just wanted to put out this audio podcast. I had been thinking about going live, like, just, like, 15 minutes every day just for, I don't know, just for a quick conversation. I don't know if I have enough to talk about really every day or not, so I'm not sure it's gonna be a daily thing, but I don't even know if it's gonna be appealing. But I feel like I need to bring in more subscribers because I did my taxes and it's like I have to I have to make money in order to, um, offset some of the cost of a, self-employment. Self-employment tax is horrible in this country, and if I don't make enough during the year, it's like I because I okay, so if you're self-employed, you don't pay taxes during the year because you don't have the 1099, they don't take anything out. So you've gotta pay it all at the end of the year. So I've gotta make enough during the year that I can pay those taxes at the end of it, at the end of tax season. And I have a few costs, like I got this microphone for my audio podcast. It wasn't a whole lot, but I took it off of my taxes. I'll probably have to get a new laptop fairly soon because this one seems to be, I don't know, the fan seems to be running a little more than it used to. So, and I've had it's had a good run. I've had it several years. And for a laptop, I think it's had a long life. But and my phone, I'm trying to take some of the cost from my phone off my taxes because I do use it, or at least all all last year. Anytime I went live, I would go on my phone because we didn't have the option of going live from our computer until very late last year, like in December. Um, Harry LLC. I have thought about that. I'm gonna ask about it to see if that's a thing. I am not an LLC. I have heard other people say they have done like an individual LLC or a one person LLC or whatnot. So I might look at that. I don't know everything that's involved in that, but yeah, it is something I have considered. Um. Anyway, let's see. Was that all? I can't think of anything else. Oh, you say it will be helpful. Okay, well, I I took my taxes tax stuff to an accountant because I had so much stuff. Because I also not only do I get a 1099 from Medium, I go I get from my Substack stuff. I also do freelance writing outside of Substack and get 1099s from that. Then I've got all the receipts and stuff. It is so much. It's just it's just ridiculous. And I went on a writer's retreat last year, so I submitted that stuff to be taken off, or at least partially, hopefully. I went on a Midwest Pride tour last year, submitted all my mileage and all that stuff. Oh, it's just all these individual pieces. It's just so much to deal with. And then, of course, I've got to justify that. If I don't make enough during the year, then that could get a raise a red flag and get me audited or something. I mean, I'm not taking anything off that I'm not supposed to. It's all related. Just so much crap. Oh, RB, I didn't see you come in. It's a balance doing taxes when you're self employed. Make enough to show you can survive if you need credit, but not enough your entire income goes to the IRS. Yeah, there's just is so much stuff. Oh, Alexi asks, is it a condenser microphone? I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about all that. I'm not sure if it's a condenser. I don't know. I just know I wanted a separate microphone than just the integrated one on my laptop because that wasn't great. But this one seems to be working well. I like the sound quality of it when I do my voiceovers for Substack and for my audio podcast. My cat wants out. Well, I will probably let her out in just a bit because I've been on here for 30 minutes just babbling, just complaining about taxes and about Substack. I'm so frustrated. Why can I not go live on my phone? Can someone please tell me what is going on with that? Ugh. I object. If you're asking me, oh, hello, Joe. There's another one. Joe, I'm sorry. I know you came in earlier and I thought I was recording on my phone. And then I go on my computer to look at it and the screen's completely blank. Yeah, I know. Yeah, here I am. The screen was blank. There was no sound. And I'm just sitting here talking to myself, apparently. There were people that joined my chat and ugh, it's ridiculous. My goal is to make I really wanted to make a Substack or my online writing as my main source of income. I don't wanna have to do these extra projects, freelance writing outside. I wanna write what I wanna write. When you do freelance work, you're kind of restricted to what the company or what the project, um, entails, what the restrictions of the project are. I don't wanna do that kind of writing. I wanna do my fiction and poetry, satirical pieces, humorous stuff. I like doing all of that, and I wanna get enough paid subscribers that I can do that and just get rid of the freelance writing projects. Don't know if that'll happen, but I'm trying. Ugh, anyway. Well, there's not much, not anything else that I'm oh gosh, Harry, if I had an agent, I can't afford that. So, I definitely have to market myself, and I'm not great at self-promotion, but, I do what I can on here, and I'm not on very much social media. And that's another thing. I know some people promote their stuff on other social media. I will not go on Facebook. I will not use anything, by anything controlled by Mark Zuckerberg. Meta, Instagram, Facebook is out for me. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, yeah, I've self-published a book before and That's just it's so much work. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. So if you haven't subscribed to me, if you're just coming in and checking this out, go to my publication. Please subscribe as at least as a free subscriber. Check out my stuff, and if you would like it and want to support me, please upgrade to a paid subscription. Brandon Elrich is so gay. Or go to Elrich Unraveling if you enjoy fiction and poetry. That's where all of that lives. And yeah, I'm trying to build that one up, especially because I really love that genre, those genres, fiction and poetry. And people are enjoying my short story so far, Finding Home. So oh, Harry, thanks. I am tired of dealing with some things. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, everybody. Um, I'm gonna try to do some of these lives a little more regularly because my numbers seem to be down. I used to go live, and sometimes I would get it was usually an average of like 30 people or something like that, and I guess I haven't done it enough. But anyway, see you later. Thanks for coming in. Um, I'll see you next time, whenever next time will be. I might do a baking video tomorrow, so you can check that out. I got stuff to make it. Um, thanks. See ya. Bye.